Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels.
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Till I Die TV, your first choice for everything Leicester City. Tune in and join in now.
Right, Chris.
All right there. All right, they're back. How the devil are you all? Welcome along. If I've not said it to you already, Happy New Year. Hope you all made it through without too many hangovers. And it's nice to be back. It's been at least 55 minutes. So welcome back. We're not going to do any transfer news because we're going to transfer somebody in, and he's a Newcastle fan. And it is the Big Fat Quiz of the Week. It's back. The Big Fat Football Quizzes. Missed it.
It's the Big Fat Football Quiz with Leicester Till I Die TV. So you think you know your football? Well, let's see.
Strap yourself in.
Because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Oh, yes, we're all switched up and ready to go. This is Leicester Till I Die TV. If you are watching, join in the quiz because you can comment. John, the Newcastle fan this evening, he can't see the comment. So feel free to join in. If you are commenting, I just have to say we're only allowing comments from those people that have subscribed to the channel. We've just had a few silly buggers coming in recently, bots and what have you. So I've just had to put it on subscribers only. Literally just give it a click, subscribe to it. And it's to the channel, and it is all done. You can find us on YouTube, Leicester Till I Die TV, and if you're listening on Catch Up on Podcast, thanks very much for listening. Is it better to listen to me than watch me? I can't argue with that. This is where you can.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
Indeed, and a few hellos just to start off with. Nippon, good evening, sir. How the devil are you? Welcome along. And to Scott as well, thanks for joining us. So, and my daughter. The only time I speak to my daughter is when she comes on here. I'll make her feel bad. I'll make her feel bad. Don't you come near me. She's got the dreaded C. COVID. Yeah, well, she would go on holiday. Got yourself to blame, Heather. Hello, how are you? Love you lots, etc., etc. So it is the Big Fat Quiz. We've not done it for a while, but this is how the table is looking at the moment as Newcastle line up today. We've got Chelsea still sitting at the top there. With 49 points. Liverpool in second. Leicester, well, you know it's not going to last. We're in third. You know we're going to drop out at the end. And then it goes Man City and all the way down to Southampton at the bottom. And I blame that Jack for him wearing that silly shirt. It didn't help him at all. Newcastle, the Newcastle fan, John, is probably getting nosebleeds now because even if he comes bottom, he'll be 13th. And he can't remember the last time Newcastle were that high in any league whatsoever. Oh, Oh, that is a bit unbelow the belt, I think. Anthony, good evening, sir. How are you? Welcome along. Same to you, Niall, Terry. Hello, and Heather says she's missed the big fat quiz. She's not Mr. Big Fat Dad because she sees me a lot. Right, let's bring him in, and we're going to bring the quiz master in first of all. He is Leicester Till I Die's answer to Michael Barrymore. Here he is, Craig. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. And thanks for that wonderful introduction, Chris. Yeah, I love it.
I was trying to think of you were nearly Bamba Gascoigne, but I'm thinking people. Well, I don't know if they'd know him or not.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. Do I prefer being someone who's dead or someone who should be?
Take your pick, sir. Take your pick. Oh, Happy New Year to you,
and to you, Chris, and to everyone else.
And I believe that you were out training, ready for in case you called up on Saturday.
I was indeed. I've just had an hour of five-a-side football, and I'm shattered. That's no lie.
So if you doze off during the thing, do you want me to ring you on? Wake up!
I think you could. Yeah, do that. If I just look like I've gone, then give me a quick buzz.
Scott says, "Good evening, Wise Owl."
Good evening, Scott.
Like I say, just keep your boots clean. We may need you over the next few weeks. But
let's drop in as a centre half.
Yeah, let's bring the victim. I mean, contestant in. Hello, John. How are you?
How are you doing, Chris? Craig? How are you doing, guys? Even Leicester fans and even Newcastle fans who are watching us as well. And do hit the like button, smash it up. Fantastic channel. Do you know what? Great, guys.
Brilliant, mate. Cheers. Thanks for that. In return, give everybody a shout out. You have your own channel. It's doing really, really well at the moment. Where can people find you?
You can find us at John Sinclair, NUFC. And I'll do plenty of content as well. And yeah, check us out.
The link is in the description below. If you are watching on YouTube, it is down there, the link. Just click on that and give John support. Quick question for you, John, before we go any further. You'll lend us a tenner.
I've got the bank transfer then, haven't I?
So, I've got to ask you, what does it feel like, before we get into the quiz, what does it feel like being the richest club in the world?
Look, first of all, I'm ecstatic, relieved. For me, that's the best Christmas present I've ever had. Being a Newcastle fan, having to take all of that, we've been the richest club in the world. All we need to do now is get decent players coming in, and hopefully we can move on and progress moving forward and get the top players coming in Newcastle. At the minute, we're second bottom for a reason, but what we need to do, we need to win games, stop up, and these people, right, are fantastic. They really are fantastic. They're doing things the right way, and they said they're going to do what they're going to do and bring in some quality players through the door. Kieran Trippier's first, and hopefully you're going to get
a great signing. That really is a good signing. Do you want to answer that for Mrs. Fuller, Craig? Horse and Hound, I think it is, isn't it?
It's what? Sorry,
Horse and Hound.
Well, it might as well be. No, I'm having a sabbatical from Girly Mags at the moment.
Well, you can't beat Julian. He is the top totty, as we know every week with Julian.
Exactly.
And if you, talking of Julian, if you didn't see it the other night, we still kicked off the new year with another quiz, the Big Fat Football Quiz. It was a battle of the X's. You see what I did there? See what I did? That was good, wasn't it? It had Julian Watts taking on Steve Lynix. It was very tight. There was only 2 points in it, and we discovered that one of them is quite knowledgeable on ladies football. But I'm not going to tell you which one it is. You've got to watch it to find out. Find it on our YouTube channel, Leicester Till I Die TV. It's in the latest shows on the top row, and it is a really good laugh. One of them was getting really frustrated. But anyway, John's here. Let's look at the quiz and let's go through the rules. You want to do this, Craig, or do you want
No,
me to?
no, Chris. It's this is your big moment. Go for it.
In other words, Craig can't remember the rules and he wants me to remind him. It has been a while. Contestants must be on camera for the whole show because obviously, we understand No cheating. Questions. We're not going to time you out. We're not going to put you on a timer, John. But if it's going on and on and on, and my beard's starting to grow, then we will put you on a timer.
Right.
There's 20 questions, total of 60 points, and you will have 3 lifelines. For what it's worth, you can ask me, and all I would say is that I make Jeremy Clarkson look good on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. If you get it wrong, but you couldn't decide between 2, you've got 1 second guess, and you've got 1 switch question where if you just don't like the question at all, we'll swap it for another question for you.
Okay.
As I say, 20 questions in total. It starts off with 5 questions on LCFC, which are worth 5 points each. Then 5 general football questions, which are worth 3 points each. And then 10 questions on your own team, which is worth 2 points each. So you've got the Sunderland questions ready there, Craig?
Well, you told me to do a big Northeast club, so I went for Sunderland.
hey, it's nothing to do with me. I don't know him, John. I don't know him at all. Gee. But, Terry says quickly, my wife always asks if Top Got a Craig is on. You've definitely got a fan there. You've definitely got a fan.
Thanks, Mrs. Fuller.
Toppy is what he meant. Right. Facebook user, we're not talking transfers. We did that earlier. And it's just a quiz night tonight. Somebody in here for you, John Niles says, big up, John.
He's a big United fan, and loving the pieces. And that's called Maisie as well, Devils United. Well, she'll be on the channel tomorrow night.
You love a United fan. I mean, your street cred's just gone right down the window, you know, or out the window even, and down the pan. Exactly. Right, I will hand you over now to the man in the top right-hand corner, Mr. Craig, and he will take you through the questions. We're going to start with the 5 Leicester ones, Craig.
We are indeed. Now, John, obviously, Chris has explained the rules and the 3 lifelines that you've got. Now, people often use Chris for the Leicester questions. Now, that's up to you whether you use him for one of the Leicester questions. He's not got a bad record, but he has got a couple wrong. But, you know, it's up to you. But let's get cracking with the 5 Leicester questions. So, are you ready, Chris? I mean, John. Yeah,
I am.
Yeah,
I'm never ready.
Okay, question number 1 on Leicester City, worth 5 points. Leicester won the Premier League under current Watford manager Claudio Ranieri, but lots of credit went to his predecessor Nigel Pearson for his great escape the season before. However, who did Nigel Pearson replace as permanent Leicester manager when he was appointed in 2011?
That's a good question.
Thanks.
I think it's gonna either 2. It's gonna either be Paulo Sousa, which I doubt it is, or God, it's a frustrating one. He's one of them. Oh man, I can't switch it over.
You can either switch or you can ask Chris.
I'm gonna ask Chris on that one. Just get out of the way.
Yeah, if you switch and you get another Leicester question, you might just be in the same position. Now, he did actually manage us twice, so I'm presuming that it was the second time that you're talking about.
November 2011.
Did he not replace a certain Swede, Sven-Göran Eriksson?
He did indeed.
Oh, yes, I know who it is.
Yeah.
I think Paulo Sousa replaced Nigel Pearson, didn't when Nigel Pearson left to go to Hull? Yeah.
Yeah, so you're right, Chris. It was Sven-Göran Eriksson. 5 points to John. Good start. Yes. Good use of your lifeline.
I can relax now.
You can relax for the whole of the rest of the quiz now, Chris. You're done.
Now got no more switches. Now I've got to go all the way.
Right. Question number 2. What national team does Leicester's summer signing Patson Daka represent?
Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh God, we're gonna put a time on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say. I know he played for Austria, but he's not. It's not Austrian. I'm gonna take a punt, and I'm gonna say Ivory Coast, but it could be Nigeria. But I got Ivory Coast. I could be wrong.
Well, you chose Ivory Coast and not Nigeria. That's unfortunate because that's wrong. It's wrong. So you can either have your second guess and use your second guess, or you can save that for another question.
I'm gonna save another question.
Yeah, well done, because it was Zambia.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know he played for Salzburg the last game.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he represents Zambia, and luckily enough for us, they didn't qualify for the African Cup of Nations, so he's not gone anywhere, even though he is injured at the moment. Question three. Where did Leicester play before they moved to their current ground?
That's going to be Filbert Street.
It is indeed Filbert Street. Another 5 points on the board. Well done. Question 4. The record transfer fee Leicester have received is approximately 80 million from Manchester United for Harry Maguire, worth every penny.
Yeah.
They've lost the receipt. That's a shame.
Yeah. But from which club did Leicester sign him in June 2017?
Oh, I was gonna say, oh God, it's gonna have to be one of them. I'm gonna say, I take a punt. It'd be Sheffield United.
That is incorrect.
Oh, whole city.
Well, you can either have your second guess or you can save it.
I'll go.
Are you going to use your second guess, John? Yeah?
Yeah, I've got to go with Hull City.
It's a wise choice of second guess because that is correct. Well done, Hull City.
That is a great use of your second guess. You're going to use a second guess, use it when it's 5 points.
Exactly.
For grabs.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's good. And
I think Ankit might be getting a bit worried now.
I know. Question 5, last one of your Leicester ones, unless you switch it and use all your lifelines on Leicester. Who have Leicester been drawn against in the UEFA Conference League?
Oh, heck. You lost to Napoli, didn't you? So it'd be... it's a Danish team, isn't it? It's a Danish team. It's definitely a Danish team.
Do you want me to give you a clue?
Well, at least
I'm not going to.
I should have warned you. He's a horrible sod.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Are begins with an O or begins with an R? It can't be. Oh man, Odense. Odense.
And luckily, you were right with the other letter R. It's actually Randers.
That's it.
Randers of Denmark.
That great team that if they knock us out, we'll never live it down.
Yeah, we can't. But that's a decent score there. 3 of those right with the help of Chris. So 15 points is a very, very solid start.
I mean, when you look at Jack at Southampton, bless him, only got 25 for the whole quiz. I don't think you're going to come bottom somehow.
Let's not. Oh,
that would be a collapse only the likes of a team like Newcastle could perform.
Telling me. Oh, class.
Oh, we'd love it if that. We'd love it. Love it if we got something.
Hey, hang on to that, Chris. It may crop up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's go on to the general football questions for 3 points. So you've only got one lifeline left, which is switch the question. So you can either use that here or you can use it on one of your Newcastle questions later on.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 1. Eddie Howe is the current Premier League manager with the shortest reign, but which manager has been in his position the longest at present in the Premier League?
Sean Dyche.
Sean Dyche is correct, who was appointed in October 2012.
You knew it wasn't going to be, Claudio Ranieri at Watford, didn't you?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Right.
Excellent. Good start.
Right.
Question number 2. Gordon Banks was England's number 1 keeper in the World Cup winning squad of 1966. But can you name either of the 2 other goalkeepers who were in that squad?
Oh, man. It's gone back a while, isn't it? Gordon Banks is one of them. How many 6 have I got left? Because I can't remember.
You're all right for a second.
Yeah.
Right.
A timer if you're running out of time, a 10-second timer comes up, so don't worry about it. Yeah.
So it's definitely Gordon Banks is one of them. Peter Bonetti.
You use your time well there, John. That is correct. Well done. Peter Bonetti of Chelsea.
Wow.
And the other one, Chris, do you know the other one?
The only one, because I was thinking Bonetti, because of course he was, never been forgiven for Mexico 1970, was he? But the only other one I can think of was Alex Stepney at Man United.
It was actually Ron Springett of Sheffield Wednesday.
Never heard of him.
Of course it was. Why didn't I get that? Jesus Christ.
Come on, Chris. Jeez. Anyway, so full score so far on this round, John. See if you can keep it going. Question number 3. Can you tell me which team is currently top of League 2?
It's a League 2, to be honest with you.
You might need to keep an eye on it the way you're going.
Oh, you're
Ouch!
right.
Ouch!
Ouch! You got us there, didn't you? Forest Green Rovers.
Again, another fantastic guess. It is correct. Well done.
Thanks, Bob.
Who was it?
They're all
Sorry,
in
I
there,
was.
John, aren't they? They just need to pull the answers out. It's all in there.
What was the answer? I was doing the sharp
Forest
intake
Green
of breath.
Rovers. Forest Green Rovers, Chris.
Really? Wow. Nice one, John. Well done, sir.
Thanks very much.
Question 4. To keep up your full house here. Who opened the scoring for England in their recent 10-0 victory over San Marino?
Oh, God. I got to take a stab in the dark. I could be wrong on this. It's Harry Kane. It's stab in the dark.
It was indeed Harry Maguire. Very close.
Oh!
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay,
Harry Maguire.
I was going to say Sterling, so wow.
Unlucky. Yeah, Harry Maguire got that. So the second appearance in the quiz tonight. He'll be wanting payment. And the last question, let's see if you can get back on track with this one. Question 5 in the general. Who scored the first goal of the 2021-22 Premier League season? Who scored the first goal this season in the Premier League?
I'm not going to be sure about that one. You probably have to switch it then because I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Do you know the answer to that one, Chris?
I would guess, and it'll probably be wrong, but I would guess that Ivan Toney because it was Brentford against Arsenal.
Oh no! Because I know it's. Oh my God! It's Canos.
It is Sergi Canos from Brentford.
But unfortunately, I changed it, and I saw.
You have.
Yeah. Oh, well. Sorry, mate.
Okay.
So I lost that as well.
Yeah. So the switch question is: sometimes these are easier, sometimes they're harder.
Exactly.
Apart from Brentford, who are in their debut season in the Premier League, can you name any of the 3 teams who have only spent 1 season in the Premier League?
You mean it's just got relegated this season, or
Yeah, so there's been 3 teams who got promoted and then got relegated and never got back to the Premier League. They've only ever spent 1 season in the Premier League. There's 3 teams that have done that.
Okay. Swindon.
Swindon is correct. 92-93, and Leicester fans remember it well, don't we, Chris? Because they beat us in the
Unfortunately, we
playoff
do.
final.
Yes. Great game, but only for the neutral. Swindon fans.
Can you think of either of the others? No extra points, but just for your own.
Yeah, sure. Swindon's one of them, definitely. That's a flipping good question there. Oh my God. I just have to look in the Championship or League One. Man.
Is Bradford one?
Yeah, that's one of them.
It's not one of them, no.
Oh, no, because they stayed up,
didn't they? Yeah.
Late on, they beat Liverpool late on, I think, with a David Weatherall goal. It's a kind of rubbish information that's sitting in my head.
You said it.
You know what? I'm gonna have to forget the others, but you threw us. Swindon's definitely one of them.
Yeah, no, Swindon will get you the points, no worries. The other 2 were Barnsley in 96-97 and Blackpool in 09-10.
Yes.
Of course.
With that amazing manager,
yes,
Ollie Holloway.
Indeed. But another good round there, 12 points out of a possible 15.
So you are
27
currently
already.
you're currently on 27, and that puts you already into 11th place. And we've got a round left.
I know.
My God, these heights, you're just not used to them, are you, John?
I'm not. Again, nosebleeds there.
Top 10.
Now it's the easy questions for you now.
Exactly. 10 questions all on your beloved Newcastle. You have no lifelines left, so you're just going to go with these 10.
Okay.
2 points for each one. Let's go into them. So, question number 1. Which 2 teams merged in the late 19th century to form the club which would become Newcastle United?
Newcastle. The one I can think of is Newcastle and Benfield and All Stars. That's the one I can think of. 2 former teams. That's a long time ago.
Oh, Craig was there.
Before Chris's time.
Boom, boom.
Say the question again. Sorry, could you give us that question again?
Which 2 teams merged in the late 19th century, or 20th century, sorry, to form the club which would become Newcastle United?
Oh, God. I'm going to take a punt, but those 2 I know is Benfield and Blue Star, but I'm wrong.
Right, they were Newcastle East End FC and Newcastle West End FC.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they merged together. One basically bought out the other one and formed the new combined Newcastle United.
Fair enough. I'll know that for next time.
Question number 2. Isaac Hayden has made over 150 appearances for Newcastle, but from which club was he bought in 2016?
Arsenal.
Correct. He was Arsenal. He was bought following it. He had a successful loan spell from Arsenal at Hull. And he's also represented England at every age group from under 16 to under 21. So he had a good pedigree there. So
Brilliant.
yeah, Arsenal is correct. 2 points on the board. Since the year 2000, Newcastle, get ready for this, Chris. Since the year 2000, Newcastle have had 16 different managers. 16. Including Eddie Howe. But can you name the manager who was in charge for the most games this century?
For the most games this century. Is that between...
So since 2000
yeah,
and the present time. So between 2000 and the current manager, Eddie Howe, you've had 16 different managers. Which manager has managed for the most games?
He's been with us for 5 seasons. Bobby Robson.
Not in the 2000s. No, it was Alan Pardew.
Oh, sure. Because he took it in 99, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because I was sure 2004, and Pardew had done the same thing as well. So, great.
Well, you're not going on the length of contract here, are you, Craig? Because I think Newcastle, Newcastle are still paying him, aren't they?
They are still paying him, I think. Alan Pardew did 185 games.
Wow.
Rafa did 146, and Steve Bruce did 97.
Oh, the lovely answer to have been Steve Bruce.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Oh, well.
Question number 4. The aforementioned off-air Iosi Perez crops up here. So Leicester bought Iosi Perez from Newcastle in 2019. But before then, you have to go all the way back to January 2004 to find the last player who made the permanent move from Newcastle to the Foxes. Can you name the defender who made that move from Newcastle to Leicester?
Davidas.
That was a great answer. It was Nicolas Davidas. Well done.
I would have got that wrong.
Yeah.
I would have gone for Gillespie.
Oh, would you? Yeah. See, that's why I thought it was a hard one. That's why I put the word defender in.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know any Newcastle players.
Question 5. I'm sure you'll know this one, John. Kevin Keegan's "I will love it if we beat them" rant at Alex Ferguson came after a 1-0 victory against which club?
Leeds.
Yep. Leeds United. It really, I think the whole country, like when Leicester won the league, I think the whole country were behind Newcastle at that time because you played some fantastic football and just couldn't get over the line, sadly.
That's the
I
thing.
think you would have done better because you signed a thriller, didn't you?
We did. We
kind of went wrong once you'd got him in. If you hadn't signed him, I think you might have actually gone on to win it.
I would have to agree with you because he came in and settled it a little bit. I'm not doubting the speeder. I think he's a fantastic keeper.
Yeah.
Player.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful player, but we didn't really need him. What we need at the time is defense, and then, in my opinion, get a speeder in the summer.
Yeah. Question 6. Going well here. In 1993, Newcastle celebrated promotion to the Premier League by beating Leicester 7-1 and parading the Division 1 trophy around St James's Park while Lindisfarne played Run for Home on a makeshift stage above the away fans. And I know that because I was there.
Yes.
It was when they were developing that end of the ground. But who scored a hat-trick in the game, which was to be his final appearance for the club?
It's a stab in the dark. I'd go for oh man, I'd say it'd be Mick Quinn.
No, there were 2 hat tricks in the game,
and he wasn't one of them.
He wasn't. Andy Cole,
yeah, and David Kelly,
and it was David Kelly's last appearance for the club.
Yeah, I know. And also, it was Mick Quinn's last game as well. I think as well. So.
Yeah. David Kelly was then sold to Wolves in the summer.
Yeah.
Is that the same David Kelly that played for Tranmere? Goal against it, yeah. And played for us, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he played for us, and then you're right. He scored for Tranmere in the League Cup final in 2000.
Yeah. And he's been sold to Coventry City as well, Mick Quinn. So he's been sold to Coventry.
He was. Okay, question number 7. This is the "Who Am I" round. So this is quite a long description of a player. See if you can tell me who it is from the description. I was born in Bristol in 1968 and started my youth career at Bristol Rovers. I was released by Rovers before making a first-team appearance, but made my professional debut for Newport County in 1986, where I stayed until the club folded in 1989. I was picked up by Hereford United. After impressing in my 59 appearances for the club, I got my move to the top flight, joining QPR, where I made 126 first-team appearances before Newcastle came calling in 1994. Did you shout that answer out?
Yeah, Dan Peacock.
Darren Peacock is correct. I didn't even need.
Nice, well done, mate.
Yeah, well done. Another 2 points. Question 8. Now, I always have to say this as a rider, just in case anybody's been on and changed the figures. According to Wikipedia, okay, which of these 3 players has made the most appearances for the club? Steve Watson, Lee Clark, or Steve Howie?
Oh, so these eight. So Steve Watson,
Lee Clark, or Steve Howie?
I don't think it'd be. I don't think it'd be Lee Clark because he moved on Sunderland and Fulham, so it won't be him. When he came back, it lasted something like a season there, so it won't be Lee Clark. So it's got to be Howie and Watson. I think Watson. I'm gonna go take a stab in the dark here. I'm gonna go with Steve Watson.
Steve Howie made 238 appearances. Lee Clark made 257 appearances.
Wow.
Steve Watson made 6 more. He made 263. So it is Steve Watson. Lee Clark appeared a lot more than you thought.
I know.
Yes, we took Steve Howie, didn't we? I don't know. That was direct from Newcastle. Yes. Yeah.
Now you're doing very well here, John. Question number 9, 2 to go. In 2002, Newcastle became the first team to qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League after losing their first 3 games of the group stage. Qualification came with a last-minute winner in a 3-2 away defeat of Feyenoord, but who scored that historic goal?
Bellamy.
It was Craig Bellamy. He's had more clubs than Tiger Woods.
Yes. Just a shade in club council on this, though.
Yeah, indeed.
That interview he done a Lukaku, did he? Done an interview down the back. And Kieran Saunders come on and said he's never going to play for this football club again as long as I'm in charge. Could you imagine if Saunders did that at Chelsea, man?
Oh, geez.
He's going to play again. He wouldn't even think about it, man.
And your final question. Alan Shearer holds the record for the most Premier League goals scored for Newcastle with 148. Second on the list is Peter Beardsley with 46. 2 players are tied for third on 43 goals. One of them is Andy Cole. Can you name the other player?
Oh God! If you said the other, I would have said Andy Cole myself, but I got no clues left on that, so I'm gonna say it's just all-time goal scorer, all-time
in the Premier League, yeah.
Oh, in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be a stamina dark here. And I'm going to say, you're talking about strikers, yeah? You're not going to say, oh, yeah.
I'm not saying anything else, John.
Oh, yeah. I've got a choice to do too. It's got to be either... It can't be Carroll because he hasn't scored that many goals actually. It's going to have to be Kevin Nolan, or it's going to have to be... I'll take a stab in the dark. I could be wrong. Since the Premier League, I'm going to say... I'll just take a stab in the dark. I'll go Les Ferdinand.
It was actually tied for Newcastle Premier League goals with Andy Cole is Shola Amiobi.
Oh. Now, in fair, I thought I was being really clever there, but I thought it was Les Ferdinand.
Yeah.
who also played for Leicester.
He did. To be fair, Chris, you were as clever as John.
Yeah. Right, before you announce the scores, how well do you think you did, John?
I think I've done reasonably well.
What position would you like to be on that table there?
Probably, I'll be happy. I'll be happy for a top 6, if I'm honest.
I think you'd be happier than that, won't he, Craig?
I think he will. Before we do that, I'm just going to give you your substitute Newcastle question. Just you don't get anything for it, but let's see if you would have got it anyway.
Right.
If you had, join in, Chris. Feel free to. Only 2 Newcastle players have ever scored a away hat trick in the Premier League for Newcastle. Only 2 players ever. Can you name either of them?
2 players have scored away goals. 2 away goal hat trick.
A hat trick away from home.
That is a great question. It's gonna have to be Shearer.
It's actually not. He's
Okay.
never scored a hat trick for Newcastle away from home.
Never.
Good
question. I might post it on Twitter, sort of thing. I might do a competition and just go for that. I've got what? I'll give it one more try. Score a hat trick. Unbelievable. Oh, Kevin Nolan. Kevin Nolan's one of them against Sunderland.
Well, you've been pulling them out the bag all night, late on, but you didn't on this occasion. Sorry.
He's a wind-up, I'll tell you.
Go on.
I tell you, in 2005, away at West Ham, Michael Owen scored a hat trick. You were there.
I was there, and I didn't even.
Yeah, and in 2011, away at Stoke, it was Demba Ba.
Oh.
Well
and
done,
you were
John,
even beaten by a Liverpool fan there, John. That you should hang your head. Who went for Michael Owen?
Exactly.
Now you've got yourself a really good score there, hasn't he, Chris?
He has.
You've been adding them up as well.
Yeah. You tell me what you've got it to, and I'll tell you if I agree.
Well, I make it 39.
So do I, sir. So do I. Which I'm really glad you got that last question wrong. Because it does mean, no, in fairness, it does mean that you don't overtake Leicester. But you do, well, no, you wouldn't have done anyway, in fairness, but you do get up a very respectable 39 points. So that sits you above Manchester City, above Tottenham, and above Brighton. So, I mean, and Arsenal and West Ham, I mean, you're above everybody. I mean, Doug only popped on at the moment just to make sure you didn't beat him. Let's be honest. You know.
Wow.
But, Champions League spot.
Champions League spot first there.
Yeah.
It's like watching the future, isn't it?
It is. I mean, let's be real. I mean, I'll be take top 4. I'll be celebrating, man. I'll be celebrating if we get top 4. Or finish 4.
We could say the future, but then, Leicester in 3rd, and I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
Yeah. What a great year that would be.
That would have been a brilliant year for the new owners as well, and Eddie Howe as well, sort of thing. So, and ASM was on a new deal. I think everyone's a come to Newcastle, and they would have been part of it. So, hey ho.
And it would be great because it would mean that 2 of the so-called big 6 wouldn't be in there.
Exactly.
Correct.
All you need to do now, John, is bring the away fans down from on the roof.
Yeah, good idea.
They need to be down pitch side, create a bit more atmosphere, because I've been there a couple of times, and I can tell you it's the worst place to watch football in the Premier League as an away fan. It's terrible.
I bet it is. I mean,
do they have escalators?
No, they don't. They force you to walk all the way. And luckily, we won when I went last time. We won 3-2 with a late winner.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a long trudge down the steps as well if you've been beaten.
Exactly. And we had that Japanese player, didn't you? Is it Osaka or his name is? That Japanese up front.
Yeah, we did, but that was the home game where we beat you 1-0 in the
Okazaki,
championship winning year.
Overhead kick, wasn't it?
It was an overhead kick.
Overhead
Yes.
kick. What's happened to him now? Where's he gone to, though? I mean,
He went back to Germany, I think.
I think he went to a club in Spain. Was it Mallorca or something?
Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah,
and then they couldn't afford. They'd actually signed him, but then couldn't afford him, so they had to let him go. And he ended up back up in Germany. Lovely guy, loved his fish and chips.
He loves his fish and chips.
Yes. Hey, John, it's been a pleasure to have you on, mate. A total pleasure to have you on. I'm so glad that you got a few wrong and didn't beat Leicester.
I know. Didn't start off well, really didn't. Well, I did, but I got two questions wrong. But hey,
you're the fourth best. You're the fourth best.
Yeah, it was a solid performance all the way through. That was. Some people will blitz their own clubs but struggle on the Leicester one. But you were pretty solid across all three groups of questions there. You did well.
With a bit of help.
With a bit of help. Let's have Leicester learn Newcastle in Champions League in future. You never know.
Let's do it. We'll all meet here again.
We will. John, before you go, and I say thank you so much for joining us. Just give a shout out again to your.
Hello? Oh, sorry about it, guys. I think they're both gone.
No, I was giving you a chance to shout out your channels in full screen beauty.
Go for it. No problem. Listen, guys. I was going to say, if you want to find us, please subscribe to my channel. It's called John Sinclair, NUFC, and I'll do contents like press conference reactions, interview other fans, player ratings, match preview reactions, and do talk about Newcastle transfer updates. And listen, just check us out, John Sinclair, NUFC, people.
It's been a pleasure to have you on, John. You're always happy, and it's not easy for Newcastle fans but all the best, mate, for the rest of the season. I hope you manage to stay up because, like I say, I don't begrudge you your money at all. I just want you to get in there and kick the big six's arse for us.
Thank you very much. And one day our time will definitely come. We're going to stay up the season, and then hopefully the following season after that, our time will come.
Brilliant. Good luck, mate.
Enjoy it.
Good luck to you,
stay
guys.
safe.
Cheers, John.
Thanks so much. Happy New Year. All the best, mate.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Lovely man there.
He did well there. It was a good one.
39. I was getting a little bit sweaty there.
I know, me too.
That's why I put Leicester at the start, and then it doesn't. We're not in the point where should I get this wrong, and then he doesn't catch us. But Palace in a couple of weeks.
Indeed, yes, that will be interesting as well.
Yes, Mr. Lionel Richie. I was watching his channel earlier. I think he's a spitting image of Lionel Richie. Nobody else probably will do, but no, thank you very much. Are you at the match on Saturday?
I will be there, yes, indeed, and start of our defence of the FA Cup.
Yes. God, that's just flown by, hasn't it?
I know.
I don't think we've mentioned it enough here. We should have a FA Cup special, I think.
You think? Yeah, just follow us through on it. I mean, there's not that many teams really have defended it, so
no,
why not?
I don't think we'll book the trend there.
Well. Yeah, we can enjoy that thought and at least until Saturday.
Yeah. Stay online. I've got a quick question for you off air afterwards. But hey, keep those boots clean, mate. Happy New Year. And all my best to you.
Cheers. Thanks.
Speak to you in a minute. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Craig there, absolutely brilliant at setting all those questions. And I thank him for doing that and wish him all the best. I'm going to say, literally 2 weeks today, there's another one of these.
It's the Big Fat Football Quiz with Leicester Till I Die TV. So you think you know your football? Well, let's see.
It is, and we're back tomorrow night at 7:00. We've got Josh sitting in for Craig, and we're going to be looking at the Watford game, previewing the Watford game. thanks to John, the Newcastle fan. Check his channel out. He's a really good laugh, really nice guy. His link is in the description below if you are on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube and you haven't yet, if you could subscribe, it would mean an awful lot. My Twitter is there if you want to follow me on Twitter and keep up with the shows. And thanks to everybody for watching. And of course, as always, thanks to everybody if you're listening on catch up on the podcast at all. Really do appreciate it. Happy New Year, everybody. Footy's back at the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
That's all, folks.
Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over. It is now.